But like to start the day with a smile. But unfortunately, the events around Nigeria know they smile worthy. You know they enough to bring smile on your face. Sometimes you feel so tired and disconnected and you don't even want to continue with the show or even go ahead with doing the show. But what do? We just have to look for a way to struggle and ensure that we keep doing it because things happening in Nigeria, it's beginning to become unbecoming. Now, there's been an attack in Kaduna State. There's been an attack in Kaduna State where an unspecified number of people don't die, but that's even not just a conversation. We also hear say a particular doctor will be say bring a medical report, we counter the medical report we DSS been gets for Nnamdi Kanu, then don't arrest them for a resident for Enugu State. So now that's one. Now I say make I just begin tell on all the things that really happen for inside the country because sometimes it's difficult for you to understand what Nigeria is about. Well, all of this and more issues maybe so we get to discuss this evening. Welcome to the show. But one good news though, remember about 16 people are about to be kidnapped for Ekiti State. They don't reach almost getting to 3 months now for kidnappers. And before the Ekiti State election, that was when they were kidnapped and they were there till after the election. Well, they've been released. Guess what? I don't know, released with no ransom, no gunshots, no anything. They release them inside bus, they come out. If you see the horrible condition within the use survey, you go wonder, goodness me. Welcome to the show. More of the stories after the break. Stay with us. Hello, Nigerians. Welcome to Updates with Precious. Another very beautiful day to bring on an update of all the things that happen for inside Nigeria. So it's going to be a quick update this evening. So we'll do a quick pick. And I think I may just be opening the phone line simultaneously so that anybody who wants jumping on a conversation could just do so very quickly because so that we can exhaust the conversation as soon as possible in less than 1 hour and just jump out very quickly. So yes, as usual, we'll get to start with things where basically happen for inside our country, Nigeria, because events around our country, it did very, very overwhelming to talk about because when people they talk say Nigeria and one day one trouble. So for those of them where they wonder waiting ABCB waiting don't happen with the Oga Pata Pata way concerning the fake agency. Well, that report still they on and people still they talk about them. And guess what? Matter still they concerning them. More things and more revelation they come out even about that issue. But at the end of the day, how will one do this matter? Are we going to respond in a way that somebody would really be held accountable? And why hasn't someone resigned from their position pending on the outcome of the investigation into this matter? All these ones are more safe. We'll never even know as it will take me. And people they talk say the truth to how Nigerians are. By the time you know it, we'll just forget about it and move on. And it's on to another conversation. But let me just run you through some of the headlines of events very quickly before I post the link. Now, cooking gas price reduction. Then say cooking gas price don't they reduce gradually, but it never reduced so much because I bought cooking gas exactly 23,000 naira for 12.5 kg was what I bought. So I would speak from my personal experience as a Nigerian living in Nigeria. Meanwhile, Tinubu Media Center don't release AI image of your first lady as a caracella. And I just wind us inside this country. Okay, by the way, we have a detailed report about that. We went into the Straits of Lagos. So ask Lagosians, call Yoruba people, waiting they think about, waiting the first lady talk and how they see the administration. They had quite a lot to talk about it. And I have details of that report in our recorded session. Is on report playlist. Please just go and look out for it and just watch it and see how people from the state, what they had to say about what their first lady said and what their reaction is. UN warning of food crisis in northern Nigeria due to bad leadership. Peter Obi, and they talk this one. NDC Deputy Chairman scribe others defects to PDP in Ebonyi State. Ex-Jigawa Governor Lamido criticizes Pantami over past infidel party remarks on PDP. And then Ebonyi NUJ calls for issue-based campaign ahead of 2027 elections. And 2027 pick Christian deputy or risk losing votes. Vatsa tells Bago. And then I will not withdraw from Taraba North Senate race. Banda Waira, they talk that one. Former IGB Suleiman Abba dumps APC for PDP. And then IMF reveals those who stole 2% of Nigeria's GDP. Atiku to Tinubu. So IMS, okay, reveal those who say don't thief 2% of Nigeria PDP. Atiku, they tell Tinubu. And then solar energy now attractive to investors in Nigeria. Federal government, now they talk, so are you kidding me? And the Lagos wants orphanages against violating child protection. Governor Yusuf appoints Umar Magi as special advisor on assembly matters. And FG distributes 10 billion naira healthcare equipment to Bauchi State. Nigerian youths frustrated, can't find jobs. Enjoy good life. Buhari's ex-aide additional. Oh God, they should know. Eh? Now be you then talk, say you've been tell people talk, say make them learn to live in peace with people. I mean, if they know if give up their community, something around that statement. Not be you, God, additional. Wow. So Buhari don't come out now. You don't realize the country they had, Abi. Wow. Now, this is from politicizing Igbo cultural traditions. Okay, let's leave that. INEC extended CVR exercise to July 26, introduces online registration. I told you guys this already yesterday. Suspected thieves kill hospital security guard, steal solar equipment in Kano State for hospital. Nowhere they safe. Police arrest 28-year-old in Bauchi, recover stolen motorcycle. Suspected armed headers kill 60-year-old farmer in Benue State. Oh my goodness. And then gunmen kill retired army officer, abduct woman in Nasarawa State. Hunter shot dead in Delta community. Family petitions demands justice. And, some of these issues are more, maybe say they happen for inside the country. But let's just move on to other. I know that my studio is not properly lit. I can't use my full studio light. That's because there is no light. I'm using my own solar, and it hasn't been a very sunny day today. It wasn't a sunny day in Nigeria, so I have to manage power so that if I turn on the full studio lights, the inverter will run down very fast. So please manage. As long as you can see my mouth move, I'm sure we can move forward with that. So let's move on to other issues very quickly. Forger in chief, Bola Tinubu is now talking about cracking down on forgers. Hell, Elias Garsaulis mocks Tinubu. And do you know who this guy is? A lobby now. Person that guy wouldn't talk say IPO be lobbyists. Now, social media commentator Elias Garsaulis has slammed the Bola Tinubu-led government over its newly announced measures against identity forgery and electoral fraud, describing it as ironic that Bola Tinubu is championing a crackdown on offenses for which he has long faced criticism from political opponents. Why are you insulting? I don't like these people insulting our president anyhow. I don't understand you people. You just open your mouth while from the United States and be insulting the president of a sovereign state. Do you know that we're a sovereign nation? I don't like this kind of thing. Let me post phone lines, I beg. I don't like it. You just open your mouth anyhow and you insult the president of a sovereign state from the country where you are. Are you aware that we're a sovereign nation? What is your business with what's going on in Nigeria and what our president says he will do? Well, let me read you the rest of that story so you can hear what's in the talk. And then he says, in a post that he shared on Twitter, he said, the forger in chief. I think it's a foreigner self. Forger in chief. Chief Bola Tinubu, so you call him, is now posting about cracking down on forgers, describing the development as the height of irony. That's what you describe them. Now, the commentator further likened the situation to putting an assault in charge, putting an arsonist rather in charge of fire departments. Do you know what that means? Now make a break and I say person will be saying expertise that will always cause fire. That is, Isabi burn places with fire. They can't put that person who Isabi make place burn, come put and say make you in charge of fire service. So when we know, say your work not to cause fire, I will use the in charge of fire service. That's what my husband to tell our president. He was not arguing that Bola Tinubu's announcement had has reignited public debate over allegations that have followed him since the 2023 general election. Now, Bola Tinubu had announced tougher penalties for identity forgery and electoral offences, including fines of up to 20 million naira for corporate bodies and a minimum of 5 years imprisonment for individuals found guilty of offences such as multiple voter registration, impersonation, and unauthorized access to electoral records. So, according to the Bola Tinubu-led government, the strengthened legal framework also grants enhanced investigative powers to relevant authorities, including the ability to conduct searches, decrypt data, and make arrests in connection with electoral fraud and identity-related crimes. So now I make this man. So Grassalis, however, argue that Bola Tinubu and forgery and campaign lacked credibility. That is, see Bola Tinubu anti-forgery campaign, say him and that thing, say they know they go hand in hand. He cited long-standing public controversies surrounding his educational records, identity documents, and other issues that became subject of political and legal disputes during the 2023 presidential election. I don't like this thing. I know they like when people need to respect people presidents. Honestly speaking, I don't like it. It's really it's troubling. How can people just see the president of a country and not respect that person? No matter what happens, he remains the president of a sovereign nation, and you should give him that respect. And I'm saying this with a straight face. So let's move on to other issues very quickly. And I hope with this viewpoint of mine have okay, so moving on to the issue about terrorism. Now, terrorists have attacked Kagangi village in Birnin Gwari local government area of Kaduna State, killing several farmers, abducting an unspecified number of others, and leaving several victims injured in a fresh assault on the farming community. Make I just stop on here because it can be really very troubling to talk about all of these deaths. I don't know. Now, Nigerians lament on Oyo school children, teachers continues languish in terrorist captivity 50 days after abduction. I tell you about the Ekiti people, we don't stay about 65 days for their den. Now, Nigeria hunger crisis, I told you already what Peter B said. Tinubu National Assembly, DSS, police are 100% aware of fake agency scam. Now, so Nigerians knock Tinubu over organized crime under his watch. And then terrorists kill Sokoto village head, son, 5 others as residents flee amid fresh attacks. 2027, every registered voter represents hope for leadership driven by competence, character, and compensation. P2B calls for mass voter registration. And then P2B celebrates Archbishop Alaba Job at 88. And then Boko Haram terrorists burn truck. Goods worth millions of naira destroyed, and destroyed vehicles in Yobe State. Meanwhile, xenophobia. South African minister rejects compensation demand over xenophobia attack. She say, look, show us your drug dens. I don't carry water for my mouth. I need to settle on my house. She doubled down on what she said. Say, show us your drug den. I don't carry water for my mouth. You guys, show us your drug den. When you need to get shishi, you guys are not getting no effing compensation. Sad. And then Uni Oshun rejects Army's demand for sexual assault victims' identities, seeks legal action. And then why they will give you the identity of people who didn't assault sexually? Why don't you bring out the identity of the men who assaulted them sexually? Sorry, I shouldn't be vexing. No government or security intervention has abducted Ekiti church worshippers regain freedom from terrorists after 66 days. And this is one of the most horrific things you would see online today. It was so disheartening to see them when they came back and they were trying to get help to get into the hospital, all looking very tattered and dirty. See how frail they look. See how frail they look. They no fit stand sef. This is so sad, very, very sad, seeing these women and children go through this kind of pain. And this was when they were taking their It's such a pity seeing this happen. I don't even know why. I don't know. I don't know. Well, dear. So worshippers abducted during a Christ Apostolic Church CAC crusade in Eda Oniyo Ekiti, Ilejemeje local government area of Ekiti State. have regained their freedom after spending 66 days in terrorist captivity, with available information indicating that their release came without any visible intervention from government authorities or security agencies. Some they talk to maybe their family members that finally get a ransom, pay for them to be released. But to the glory of God, thank God, some of them or they came out alive. But you can see their condition. I hope most of them can recover from this. I hope they can recover. It's really very sad to see what Nigerians have to go through in their own country, Nigeria. I don't know how people that are faceless without some of them maybe not even from our country, Nigeria, will get more people get mind though, will enter inside our country, a sovereign nation, and commit this kind of havoc and walk out, and nothing will happen, and nobody says anything, and nothing happens. I don't know. And our leaders are not saying anything. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Why should I be so alarmed? I mean, somebody go fit enter inside our presidency, create a fake agency, and use that fake agency, open an account to CBN, find the agency go find a way to get in inside the budget. So if that all that can happen, then who are we to question what is going on in this country? We cannot question what's going on in this country now. It is what it is. Well, let me move on to other stories, Jerry. I said I was not going to waste time today. So moving on very quickly. Yes, after 66 days in terrorist den, Ekiti church worshippers, of course, regain freedom. Prince Adeyemi's case with Bajabi Amila is just the tip of the iceberg. Nigerians lament after uncovering fraudulent 1.4 billion Ogun road project in Tinubu's government. Amajiri Educational Commission budgets. That is a day for inside Amajiri Education Commission, but now go. I don't understand. I don't understand. Well, Burkina Faso introduces mandatory foreign study approval rules. Purchase all students, including children of the rich. Are you kidding me? Pushes rather all students, including children of the rich, to prioritize local education. Interesting. Good one. Northern Nigeria's food crisis. Of course, I don't tell you what Peter will talk about that very quickly. I don't intend to waste the time. And then let's see what we have here very quickly. Okay, that's about it. Let's get straight to that story about Nnamdi Kanu. Excuse me. So, a report has emerged on the arrest of Emeritus Professor Martins Araji, a medical expert said to have conducted an independent medical assessment of the health condition of imprisoned leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the arrest of Araji was made by a legal practitioner, Chief Barrister. The arrest of Araji. So Maxwell Opara on Sunday, who claimed that the professor was arrested at his residence in Independent Layouts in Ugu on Friday, July 3rd, 2026. Yesterday. Today he made it known to people. Now, according to Opara, Professor Araji had reportedly issued an independent medical report on Kanu's health, which he said contradicted. It is different from the official medical report earlier presented by the Department of State Services, DSS. Now, in a statement, Opera said, information has reached me that Emeritus Professor Martins Araji, the medical expert who reportedly issued independent medical report on the health condition of Nnamdi Kanu, was arrested at his residence at Independence Layout in Enugu State on 3rd July 2026. Now, he further stated that Professor Araji's reported medical assessment were said to have countered the official medical report presented by the Department of State Services, DSS. Now, the lawyer did not provide further details, however, regarding the circumstances of the report or reported arrest, including the agency responsible for the arrest. Talk, but people they talk say it may be likely DSS, whatever it is, and he has called the attention of the Nigerian Bar Association and others when they see what they happen for inside Nigeria. This is really very sad. Well, make I just play on a few videos, so I won't play on a beg, because some things really happen for Nigeria. It beats your imagination. One dead as police rescue kidnapped Ekiti CAC worshippers. This Naso Vanguard carried that report. I thought to give you others. They say 9 died as police rescue CAC kidnapped victims. Gunmen kill female farmer, injure another in fresh plateau attack. This one is not the same one with the Kaduna State one I just told you about. So just so you know, all of this and more issues that are not particularly very fantastic this evening, 90 in the news, and it is very sad. Now let's go straight to the issue of insecurity. I saw this message by a Fulani young lady, and I thought it very wise and interesting for us to pay attention to what she had to say before. And after that, we'll go straight to what Sanusi Lamido Sanusi said too, and then we'll come back. Take a listen.
This video is to the Fulani community in Nigeria, in all over Africa, and even in diaspora. I want to tell you that the Fulani community, there is problem within us. And until we recognize that there is problem, wallahi, we will continue to be, our destruction is imminent. If we don't look within ourselves and see our own problems, we will all be destroyed. The ethnic group that you are trying to protect, regardless of what our people are doing, we will all be destroyed. Currently in North Central, the people, the indigenous, they are attacking Fulani communities. They are attacking Fulani residents. Anywhere they see Fulani, they attack in Benue, in Kogi, and in Kwara. And it's not even because of hostility. These people, number one, are scared of Fulanis now, due to what our own people are doing there, and our community is not even rising against our people who are harmful to the people. They are not doing anything about it. And our community fail to acknowledge the pain that our people, some of our people, are inflicting on these indigenous people. And the worst of all, nobody is coming out to protest for innocent Fulanis who are being attacked by these communities. And this is unlike Nigerians. Nigerians, despite our diversity, we always love to stick together. And I also want to tell you, us, the Fulani community, if you know that you cannot live in harmony with all the people around you, go and build your own country and live there. Mobilize yourselves, create a country, and all of you stay there. You cannot be in other people's spaces and you will be harmful to them, and you expect them not to revolt against you. They're going to do that. And someone was like, and when you talk about how Fulanis are being attacked, and a lot of Fulanis, non-Nigerian Fulanis to be specific, you people, you have done more harm for the Fulanis in Nigeria than good. You are the ones who is encouraging this, our bad Fulanis. They are doing harming. Instead of you to be like, okay, this thing that you are doing is wrong. I think you people, since you want to live in harmony with these people, stop. You will now be going about platforms saying, you people, you are just jealous of Fulani. What did Fulani have for people to be jealous of? What does Fulanis have for everybody to be jealous of you? What do you have? You are Fulanis in Nigeria have never built even one single city. Right from the day we came across this land, I have never seen that. All the lands that Fulani claim to be theirs, all of them were just as a result of conquest. They got it through conquest. Somebody already built it. You come and invade them and took it. Since we want to live in, and these people, they're not even trying to revenge for what our ancestors did to them. All they want is to live in peace and in their own lands. You foreign Fulanis, you are problematic. You are a problem. And people like us in Nigeria, we talk about it. One foolish Fulani from Ghana will come and start insulting me. See, we will be destroyed. Our tribe is at the verge of destruction. Our Fulanis who are in power, so they're not doing anything about it. They are not doing anything about it. Today in Nigeria, this is why it's even escalating. Today in Nigeria right now, before you see one ethnic group that is a bandit, you see 10 Fulanis.
Okay, so I just thought that you hear that. And now here is something Sanusi Lamido Sanusi said. Please take a listen to him.
Why is it that the poorest parts of this country are the Muslim parts? Why is it that in a state that started Sharia in 1999, and we just heard the opening verses today, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. This is the very first verse revealed in the Quran. How come that the state that started Sharia is not the one that is the most educated state? In fact, how come that in that state in 2017, only 24 children got 5 credits in secondary school? How do we define Sharia? How do we define Islam? Illiteracy? Malnutrition? Children on the streets? We have to ask ourselves. And we can't ask those questions until we begin to understand through usul that you have to live in this world well in order to serve Allah for the hereafter. For Islam to prosper, we need educated Muslims. We need Muslims that are not begging.
Okay.
In the north, Islam will disappear from the. We need Muslims who are standing on their feet. Believe me, if poverty continues in the north, Islam will disappear from the north. The Prophet said, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-kufri wal
Right, so I just wanted to call your attention to some of these things. What do you think is going on in northern Nigeria all of a sudden? What's happening among the Fulanis? What is this new wokeness? What's your thought? By the way, I came across a video of a young lady who has this fantastic recommendation for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and getting his vote out, getting her vote.
To be honest, Tinubu does not have to pay me money for me to vote for him in the 2027 election. Money cannot buy my vote. The only thing he can do for me to vote for him in 2027 is that it's very simple tax you get. It's for him to relocate all his family back to Nigeria, enroll his grandchildren in public school in Lagos or any state of his choice, and make his family move around without escort or security. If he can do that, then he has my.
Okay, so Nigerians, why are you guys not complaining about this? Why are you guys not complaining? This should be a good campaign strategy for government. Telling government, you know what, no problem. APC, will vote you. Just do these things. Do a few of those few things, and voila, you have our votes. Why is that too hard for us to do? Why can't we do that? I mean, that's about accountability, right? Practice what you preach kind of thing, right? Okay. So speaking about practicing what you preach, I came across this interview with okay, first of all, here is one of Tinubu's many of his media aides speaking about the fake agency. Here's what he has to say. Sunday Diary. Take a listen.
Chief of Staff was actually the whistleblower. He was the first person that wrote a petition to the DSS and to the IGP of police to investigate someone who is impersonating him. And somebody who is going about with forged documents from his office. So Chief of Staff was the whistleblower. And again, the system is robust. And I mean the civil service or public service system in Nigeria is strong, is robust enough to detect and flag.
You see,
this
it's wonderful when you have people like this speak, and you just ask yourself some questions. How easy is it for a fake agency to exist in the manner with which this agency has started? So if the chief of staff was the one who also blew the whistle, how come he did not blow the whistle about the agency making its way to the national budget? How did that happen? How is it possible? And why has nobody addressed the issue of the 27 billion naira kickoff startup fund that they give to this agency, which the young man has said is a bone of contention, that there was a demand of 48% from? How come nobody has said anything about it? I just thought to call your attention to it. Now, speaking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and people supporting him, I came across this very fantastic interview with Charles Aniolo and some group of analysts and supporters of different political views. And this is what transpired. So he was asking questions around this agency issue and needed clarification from the APC supporter. Here's what he had to say.
a fake organization be able to get offices in the Federal Secretariat, have its budget approved in the National Assembly, open bank accounts in the central bank. How is that possible?
Charles, the nature of sophisticated crime and criminality across the world can be so tight that certain times you want to wonder how certain things happen. Let me give you a quick example.
Yeah, but it raises two questions.
I know.
It raises a question about America, how this could have happened in your government.
No, in America where we are.
No, we're not talking about America. We're talking about Nigeria.
Let me give you an example. On October, all of us were alive when the incident of 9/11 happened. The 9/11, why don't you say, oh, why did this happen in America?
No, let me tell you. Those are two totally different things.
You see,
look, I'm afraid I can't. This is preposterous. You don't really have a response. Let me come to you.
I do.
Professor, Dr.
Okay, so for a moment, the very gentleman, Charles Anioli, almost lost it on live television with a young man. He said, this is preposterous, and you don't really get anything to say, more like it. So it's hard for you to keep your steez when you're interviewing somebody who actually does not have anything to offer. So this is exactly, if you notice, most of the people who come to this platform to attack me, this is exactly the way they are. They talk on you and they don't let you talk. Even when you're trying to explain, they keep talking on you. The idea is to shut you out or see you react, and they say, oh, you're being emotional. They like to play the emotional pity party or whatever it is, accusation. They like to do that a lot. That's what they like to do. They like to be the one to overwhelm you with their statement. They want to win the argument. When they're not having their way, or they tell you that, oh, you guys like emotions, you're not being realistic. You're not being realistic about what exactly? Okay. Let's move on. In fact, let me open phone lines, Shajari. I have just 20 minutes to run off on the show. Dēæd Anjuma, good evening and welcome. I have quite a lot of other videos to show you guys, but make I just allow na make on talk because I know I'll be one time you waiting not just Okali your brother talk, but make I leave until tomorrow. And when Prince Francis feel like I come, you man and brother, Igbo man go do am.
Good evening, Precious.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Oh yeah, you don't reach yet. Good evening, no.
Stop following me. Stop following me.
Is it my running mate? Is it my running mate?
I didn't running mate.
Oh yeah, guys, sharp. Please let me take your opinions before they
greetings, yes. Now wow.
Welcome, sir. You say what happened to Mandela, sir?
Yes.
You say what happened to Mandela?
Yes, I ask you. You know if I get
no, now you go tell me now. Not be everything I go tell.
Yeah. No, you don't get time. Go read them. That's one Mandela.
No, use your mouth, talk him. Not say if I talk too many things too much, good. They can say, oh, she's doing ethnic in here and here also. So use your mouth. What's happened for Mandela? How can you give us minister? How can you be a minister for information and give us half-cooked information? Don't do that. Go ahead. What's happened to Mandela?
Election has consequences. That's what happened.
Now then they your back, dear. So then they your back.
Nigeria.
Election has consequences.
Nigeria is gone.
Tell everybody sure you want to throw away those people for your backdrop. Tell everybody sure you want to throw away them.
MC
greet you. Greet you pass.
Greeting Nigeria is gone.
Oh yeah, tell us now. You
the more you see, the less you see.
We have 15 minutes remaining.
Nigeria is not gone. No,
with the people where they behind you, people on Nigeria is gone.
I'm telling you, you never show your death for your backdrop.
These are the best of us.
Not gonna leave to have Nigeria. I beg, I go come out to you, Mr. Kobolo. Now you they make me vex pass.
Okay.
Make Dēæd Anjuma go ahead and give us gossip. I'm like, yeah, they eat me to hear gossip. They tell me another thing.
Which gossip I go? They're too plenty now. What's the person?
Starter, you can narrate it now. Just the way I like to tell you people gossip. You too can. You can give us.
Make I talk about the one where you don't. The one where you don't.
No, you say Mandela's. Don't let me forget to see the talk.
Okay.
Mandela's.
Okay, make I summarize them. Mandela's day for Lagos.
I know.
Now, tall building about 17.
But you know, we raised them yesterday now. You know, they when we raised the issues.
No.
I did not hear that one.
So not the news
we
now.
played the man's video. We talked about his explanation. What again do you want to hear, sir? Or did you hear?
I don't know. Sorry, pardon me. I don't know. Say you.
You know, say you know enter class yesterday. Come late when
I come late. I come late. I come late.
Okay.
They sell.
So
You
now
know,
the
I don't.
way now the way they
I
use
don't
that they won't
begin
collect
sell.
the property for the man hand, they won't tell us.
No, I don't. I don't begin sell. The reason why I came late yesterday, I don't begin sell akara and kuli kuli and roasted corn.
Alakara.
Me, I dey find spot though. It be like say all the spots, all the location don't full. I not see spots where I go stay again. Area boys don't let me rest.
Alakara.
Mind the rain now. You know, otherwise, this one way our papa here they do anyhow. We fit drive any of us anytime. So if you do, we just
You need to
come
secure your
back.
spots.
Yes.
If you drive now, maybe you come Canada. If you drive, you come Canada. Canada, come Canada.
Akara business go move for Canada very well.
So now the Nigeria don't go. Nigeria don't go. The thing will remain I don't know what will remain now. Just to the carcass will remain. They don't sell to France. They don't sell to Turkey. They don't sell to China. They don't sell a little bit to America. They don't sell to who again? They don't sell to Boko Haram. So the doors they open. Anybody who won't come by, make it just go, make it come to buy. They don't sell to IMF. They don't sell to World Bank. So the thing will remain now.
They don't sell to UAE, Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi Bank. And those are who was fast.
They don't sell to UAE. So everybody, you know, they don't. I hear say some people they rejoice say be like say president won't go meet Trump. I can't shake my head say how can somebody be rejoicing that they won't go see American president? That one can be news. But we know the shame. Shame no they catch us. Shame no they catch us. The Trump not God. You are rejoicing in news that the president of Nigeria, good news is coming very soon now. You go see Trump. What a country. You know, shame. People say now where shame they do, now they take cloth cover. Nigeria no get shame again. No shame, nothing. All the things where the world don't reject, you go send for Nigeria. Anything is a big shame. A person, a very distinguished lady, he don't become senator, he don't become first lady. Now they tell people say the best thing where they go do now to begin to sell akara. May they go at those states where they go begin sell akara. Now there, maybe now there they go begin sell akara and kuli. Meanwhile, is dashing people car free of charge. He say make young boys may they come begin sell akara. You know, I they hear people they say, oh, my mother was selling akara. Oh my God, that was 40 years, 50 years ago, where they sell akara. And that time, the kind of life who they live there, a civil servant can send his son or child, in wife self no go work. You fit send them to school, buy a car with your own money or not loan, no, build a house, a retirement when you retire. In pension go dey enough for him. Go live well, you go no send a civil servant. Now that time, that where people they go forward, they go moon, they go space, they tell a graduate they finish after they don't spend money, make it begin sell akara. It wasn't telling those make it begin. You are not even talking about training them and giving them skills and then giving them taking inside that 1 billion or all those monies where they throw around. Take say okay, local governments or state government make we organize people, make we help these women, encourage them. We'll support you with so amount so people go learn skill. That is what is moving the country today. That's what moved China. You go to China, I go see kids. Some of the things where they use phone and some of the now children where they do them. Skill acquisition, like you had in the north. Everybody, they fit no know sabi do English, but at least at their level they have skill. They can fix your shoe. They can do this. They can do that. That is where the world is going. Knowledge-based economy. They tell people about going to sell akara. It's a shame. Precious, I yield. Make my brother.
Alakara,
MC,
we know
sharp,
they
sharp. I
hear
was
you.
telling you to speak MC.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
okay, okay.
Precious, just
Yes, go
say
ahead.
good evening, everybody. Good evening, good
But
morning.
the TY Danjuma, you did not complain about that you people girls tell us that be that man will get to the insult our president about clamping down on people with the forge. I don't like that kind of, he's in US there, you're
No,
close to him.
me,
Tell him not to be interfering, no.
me, I
I
not
don't like
like him.
that.
I don't collect his phone.
Precious, what are you
I don't
doing? Are
like
you
him.
playing the devil's
No, I
advocate?
don't like what he's doing.
He cannot
We're a
talk to my
sovereign
he
state. You
cannot talk
cannot
to
be
my
talking
president
to
like that.
your
No, he
president
can't talk to
anyhow
my he
like that. I
can't
don't
talk to
like
my
it.
president like that.
I don't
See
like it.
what
He's
see what that
disrespectful.
what should they do?
I don't
Thank you.
collect it. I
Then
don't
they find people will go help and sort the situation of
no,
Nigeria.
no,
Una see
Thank
no.
you.
people don't they help una now. People they do PR for now. They call they complain again.
No, he can't insult my president like that.
No
How
respect.
dare he?
And
I
apart
Why is
from
it
that,
don't
you
they
don't
come?
even
joke.
realize in our elder. You know, say for
Who be
Nigeria, we
him, Papa?
respect ourselves.
You know what? And that is
A man
I
we
don't
don't
want
reach
to make I
a man
quiet.
we don't reach 90. Now they insult like that. You can't do that.
Okay, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Okay, just a quick one there. Precious. I
Sir?
found out you not talk about this Arambambi, that madman, Arambi.
No, I don't talk
He,
about such things anymore.
you
Wait,
know,
I talk about.
say he sent letter go give Peter Obi 50 billion. He said Peter Obi the famer. I just dey read the content this afternoon. I say, what? Is this man okay? He say he defame him. Say so Peter Obi need to pay him 50. Say don't send the letter to Peter Obi. Say in the coming days now they go court. He carry Peter Obi go court for 50 billion. I say this man he dey okay. I don't say you talk about him, sha. Okay, no problem.
No
For
wahala. If
me,
Obi lawyers know what's in the good, then go counter soon. No. To the same address when you send them their own swing.
well, I know they.
Because it
So
tell Obi say they run criminal enterprise too. So he go come prove them
you
too.
know,
How
because
he
he
is
has
running.
been on,
Mm.
yeah, the guy has been on Obi's
Mm.
tail now. He don't they talk nonsense ever since that. You know, I basically talk and say, why Obi no Obi for add and join the sue when he sue the other one, the other living in bondage for add and join them. So because this is another person will be say right from day one, he has always he did on the attack on Peter Obi as well. So I don't know.
Okay.
So, you know, like we always say, the country has no leaders. We don't get leaders for the country. The country they run on
No, na
autopilot.
lie, na lie. You we get very good leaders.
Ah,
Go ahead.
pressure.
It's
You know,
okay.
leader.
Just go. No argue with me, and you can go say your opinion. But I have the right to counter. So go ahead with
Okay.
what you have to say. Thank you.
So, like I will say, the country is running on autopilot. So that's for that. And you see, it's a pity. Like the people that was the people where are those people take come out now? That's a country they say that's a country that says that country where they say get government with that. People with they kidnap, all of a sudden they appear today. Nobody know anything about how they take come
It's
out.
so if you see their images there, it's so I
So
feel so sorry for them. You know, see the women.
even children, even they among them.
God,
Even
yes.
when I see that video just now, see the plan, man.
And
I need
when I see
I
say
need to
those
tell you
women,
what thing I do. I
when
just
I
get
see
up
say
and
those
waka come
women
out.
not even feel waka, I dey imagine what they don't do them.
That's
Hey,
it.
Lua, I
That's
not
it.
fit think am. I dey imagine what they don't
I
do them.
just
What
get
the
up,
eye
come on,
don't
because I don't
see
want to see him. I know
for that long.
I want my feet sleep tonight. I don't want to see him because I know the way I be. I don't want to see him because I just often just get up when I say you just flash the video, I get up quick. I can't go somewhere. But now your voice I can't hear when you dey talk am because I don't want to see him. Is evil. The evil too much. The evil too much. I don't know because for me, that's why I say history will not be fair to these people. The people will allow this administration and enter power as well. Both the people will give them the power, both the people will allow they enter. They say whether not bad, they say buy a more. What they say they do, all of them, history will not be fair to them. And wait till every one of them so they go reap am. Because I think America now, what would they talk about now? That they celebrate 250 years. The country where even colonize that country, the country is even stronger than the country where can colonize them. So, like I would say, because the day when Nigeria get leaders, when Nigeria will get leader, honestly speaking, those leaders will put Nigeria first. And if those leaders put Nigeria first and everything, then you will see say the country go start to the light of the country go start to come out, because that country don't kill so many destiny. So many destiny we're supposed to push that country forward. They don't want to give them chance, and they continue to they kill those destiny. Like what I always talk. So people where you children where you refuse to teach, or where you refuse to train today, they go turn to something else for you tomorrow. That is why you see other countries, they invest in education. They invest in so many things. As they invest in the children, the young ones coming up. They make sure say those children get education. The ones who don't fit go school, they go learn work. If now work, they won't go there, they go learn. In other words, apprenticeship. Just to make sure say the society they okay. So after the government don't invest on you like that, you can't still come out. You can't say you want to use the part of crime. That's the government will come hard on you. So that is why you say every day different ideas, laws, everything they come out just to make sure say the country go well. But Nigeria, now different thing with they see. Now different thing. I not day, as in every day I wake up, I dey pray, say, God, let good news still come out from that country. Every day you turn on to the news, now bad news. If somebody not thief money, or if snake not swallow money, if you know yes say snake swallow money, you go yes say na so person do this, or na so they go do this, na so they get. So what is? That's why I said we just the unity. First of all, we just need to come together. Maybe we come together. Once that unity, Nigerians feel come as one, then you'll see say these bad leaders who they use ethnicities, they divide the people, they're not going to succeed anymore. They're not going to see chance. See again now, Atiku now don't even raise another alarm now. Really, I went back to read that this thing. Say 2% of GDP of the GDP, which is about 8 point some. When you that money now 8 point something million under the budget is nowhere to be found. Now, where is that? So if you see, before they go really know the damage what these people don't do to the country. Now, when these people come out for power, they bring audits. Audits can't audit the account, can't really audit that country. Everything they don't do for so many years, Nigerians go use and hold their head, they go shout. Because everything way they do now, because if they do and say maybe nobody go fit come after them. Nobody go fit do anything when he hand over power to the next person. Because they'll say, just as I mentioned just now, old man of 90 years. He go say he not get anything to lose. But God go judge any one of them. So I heal the mic.
Right, Mr. Pueblo, just a quick one, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same concern with the last speaker about this scandal that is going on. I would first of all ask you, Precious, what do you know about it? Because I understand it's a very almost parastatal, almost like a ministry, like so. There's a lot of workers. So
what do me, Precious, and you know about it?
Because that's the full
wow.
ministry.
Wow, wonderful.
Now, on a more serious note, Precious, because those people we fear Bola Tinubu coming to power in 2023. One of their major concerns that it will overwhelm the system. And as far as I'm concerned, that is what is happening. Because there's no way you can tell me an entity of that magnitude operated for over a year. And when I may operate, everything that has to do with government participated. CBM, open account for them. Committees were set at the Senate level, at the House level. I mean, these are the core institutions that hold our country down. They are all involved. But for some reason, they come out, every finger is pointing at Gbajemi Amila. That is a clear cut of modified limited handover. That's what they call it in politics. Modified limited handover, whereby when things like that happen, that means they have been caught under compromise. Caught in the situation of compromise, where we say, if the thing leg, it will pretty much devastate the whole system within they operate. So they decided to modify a narrative that will replace the original truth. Because it's the system that created. Why did they point out Benjamin Miller? I'm not saying he's innocent. If he knows, the president knows. So that means everybody knows. So if they are pointing at Benjamin Miller, even if you fire him, who's he? Nothing to the system. Now president can't put down for that. He can easily pick somebody and say that was better or it was worse. So for me, it shows one thing, and I'm not saying what is happening is good on him, but this is what people foresaw. That is control, pretty much is control every aspect of the system. And that is no good. I never see president will get so much control. Even Buhari said they give grant in some ways during this time. But this guy, everywhere is pretty much his heart is there in a way that nobody seems to able to cut him pants down. The idea of Christian genocide. It is not a coincidence that Trump say, yes, they have declared victory by withdrawing their troops. Then the head of the Christian society, as far as Nigeria is concerned, giving speech in Washington, D.C., maybe Abuja, saying that Tinubu is doing exceptionally well in terms of security. That make no blame him. It's not a coincidence. That's to tell you that this whole system is under his control. And the fact that everybody, people when they come in there, I'm talking about the likes of Fala, now all of a sudden they don't get voice. And they were pointing figure at the wrong direction as I'm concerned. Doesn't matter if Amila resign or no resign. The head of CBN should step down for a proper investigation. The Senate president should step aside for proper investigation. Everybody that matters should step aside for proper investigation. Because this is, I mean, who knows what other else is taking place? If this can be at the federal level, what is the apple for Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Edo State that we don't know of? And because this leak is not coming from Nigeria, it's not coming from within the system. That's why I say you overwhelm the system. Now, IMF, now they leak the secrets. So for me, there's a bigger thing happening rather than just pointing figure to say, oh, Benjamin Miller. And to tell you, say they are trying so hard to manufacture a different narrative. Bola Tinubu came out with him, or they are corresponding with the media or whatever they call that guy together. And he gave a speech. That is a clear display of that. No matter what they talk about, it's my guy, I deal with that. So they cannot say that he doesn't know what is happening. I will quote Baba Obasanjo with the book when he writes, under my watch. So it's under his watch. So if an article is alluding that now 2% of the GDP, 8-point-something trillion, tell me how you want to lose the election. They'll put 20% of that for the election and never finish. And when Washington, D.C., they sing in praise, the city of London, they sing in praise. The North no actually get choice. So it's start to see what is happening. So some people go to say I'm a hypocrite. Why we get there from my back? It's a direct message. Somebody said, "I'm with you, pressure." When you push back, say, "Yeah, we have some of the best leaders." But whether we like it or not, this is our best. And if we think we are wrong, we do something about it. But I don't see this generation doing anything about this current leader because they've all clutched into that idea of turn by turn. Everybody they wait for turn by turn. And turn by turn doesn't necessarily mean a president. Turn by turn by president. Turn by turn for head coach, ministry leader, vice chancellor, all that. Just don't die. If you no die, you will reach your turn. And the next generation of leaders who are looking for power are inclined with that narrative. So if you ask me, I would say we should be looking at a different generation that will come and better the Nigeria that we want. Because us, I cannot vouch for us. A different generation entirely that don't understand our language, that will come and take the challenge and rebuild the country, the kind of country they want. And if we use America as an example, they are celebrating 250 years.
Thank you.
No matter what you talk about their founders, right? When they are talking about human rights and everything, and they are still boring slaves. But one thing people seem to forget that they have a vision that even us are fall short of that, bringing what we are practicing, what we are preaching. We have faith in the generation to come that they will hold that as their principle, and that's a reality. It's a reality today. We are seeing it, and I think That is the way we need to think. We should think beyond our generation, because the truth remains that we're already in the system. We're already in. Now fight to that. The different generation will have to come and continue the story of Nigeria. Either they write them separately or they write it together as the one. But again, you cannot separate the American and the Nigerian story. That's where passengers come in. Passengers make sure say we evolve into the American system by making sure that constitution stands. That's a different conversation entirely. But I think that's the reality of our today. There's more happening than coming to a platform and calling leaders Steve criminal. That's what we do every day, all of us, including me, we saw them every day. But that's what they want. We don't know exactly what is playing out of that ground. Why would they plan to install? Why they plan to set up a special purpose vehicle? Because that's what that ministry is about. Let's face it. They set it up to siphon money. Special purpose vehicle. So the question is that how many more are there that we don't know about?
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Mr. Jerry, you're welcome. Thank you. We'd like to jump in on the conversation very quickly, sir. Mr. Jerry Uwabunkonyi. Mr. Jerry Uwabunkonyi, are you listening to us, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
In the look, sir.
Is he shocked? Is that your name? Go ahead.
It's 5 days behind.
Can you hear us? Yes, go ahead, please. You wanted to join the conversation, so go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you, but yeah.
But
okay, Precious, I say hello. I see you here every when I listen to today, I may just come live and say hello. Most times I'll be at work and listening to Precious. I think a few times in the past I find out saying is just very or Nigerians just very what do I call it, pitiful. So forth, because but there is just this thing I've been just
you're breaking.
You're breaking. We can't hear you. Your network is bad.
The problem we have the military.
Well, his network is very bad. We can't hear him, unfortunately. I don't know. I think I say on our way there abroad and a network need to worry. Why now my own network? My network is better than people's network. Why?
Part of the judo they do for Nigeria now.
You said you there abroad now. Now abroad you did too. All of us there abroad.
All right. Okay. So what do you think about just while I wrap up, what do you think about that Nnamdi Kanu's doctor's arrest? Or the doctor who gave a contrary report on Nnamdi Kanu's health?
They go arrest doctor again. What did doctor do?
You know, come class when I just read them for news as I start the show.
What did doctor do them again?
See why don't you hear that news? You go ahead and answer me. So
I hear. What do you want to make I talk? You know, once you know the I think maybe they won't settle on. You know, if you want to get appointment for Nigeria now, just say anything bad about Baba. They will carry you and they go there. They go de-radicalize you. They go settle you. You go come back like kind of nitty. You go begin sing the praise of the president. You know, we have cases like that now. Whether na Bola, whether na small ego to, whether na living in bondage, but you know that's the trend. Once you just come, they de-radicalize you, give you, settle you, then you come. So I won't be surprised if tomorrow when he come, you could see them misquote him na fake this thing. That was not his report. That somebody went and reducted with way in the right. They go set and free, go begin enjoying loot. That's what I see is happening. because when they intimidate you, say make you change your mouth. Those where they keep there now, those where no agree, like Showore and Kanu, we no agree. You tell them, say, make I do this one for you. You say no, make I do this one. You say no, make we give you this one. You say no. I say okay. We go teach you, we go show you pepper. So that's the trend. It's authoritarianism. That's what we are seeing now. I think Germans they call them match politics. The government they use all the powers when they get, rightly or wrongly, in a way to suppress, to intimidate, to get the end result now to make sure say get what they want. So this is even worse than a military regime. That is the truth. People no want to tell the truth. That is the truth. So everybody is complaining. Even those that they benefit are complaining. How much is it to fill your tank, precious? How much do you spend now to fill your tank, to get a full tank? How much is it? How much are you paying for this network, for this thing way they do? You get solar, you get NEPA, you get, you will still go find another, this the way you, even then, all of them, no, they do. You can't refrigerate the cost, the domestic cost of keeping a family now is unthinkable. I was listening to how much it now costs for people to have a cesarean operation. And it's between 600,000
for Nigeria.
Even 5 million.
For Nigeria, not triamo. No, if na private hospital, na about millions or 1 million upward. If na government hospital, now you go to pay that 500,000-600,000 where you talk.
Where is anybody going to get that money from? How are they going to survive? Where? A civil servant where they work, where for no fault of
so you know that's actually what beats me anytime this administration comes. I don't know how to explain this. Every time they come to tell you that things are expensive everywhere or things are not that expensive, is getting better. Did you know that most government establishment and most government provided services are the ones that have even gone up the most?
Yes.
We're just talking about car park. That is parking for inside local wing of airports alone. The parking for 1 hour, the first 1 hour, 0 to 1 hour, moved from 300 naira to 3,000 naira. In fact, it was 300 and 500 naira to 3,000 naira for the first 1 hour. Anything make you day there more than 1 hour, you're paying almost 35, 40,000. It beats my imagination.
How can anybody survive
in that kind of amount of money? And God punished you 2 days. That's about 250,000 naira. Okay, they said that the intention was for those to ensure that people don't use their place as parking space and leave it like that. You understand?
Precious,
do you know that?
Precious.
I'm coming, sir. Do you know that?
Listen, no vex. When you park your car there, you won't go pick somebody. You go there, the plane never arrive, and you are purpose. You don't time yourself because of the parking. Say you could just reach there 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you are gone. Plane never arrived. They rescheduled this thing. They say you go come in another 1 hour's time or 2 hours time. You are waiting. Why they know they refund those people their money?
Oh, you don't even understand, Seth. Not even go far, Seth, about plane never arrived, Seth. That one they talk now far. As it stands today in Lagos State Airport today, you cannot pick anybody without paying that parking space. No, you don't pick anybody at arrival anymore. Do you understand? Anybody where you get to pay, no fee stand for that arrival, wait for you. The person get to wait, come out for the gate, wait for you for the bus stop. Once you pick, the only thing you can do within that area is the departure. That departure, now if you drop person along that driveway. But you know, if you pick anybody for the driveway, except the person will come off for the gate, you go pick them for outside the gates. That's fine. For you to pick somebody, you must climb to the car park, and the person will come meet you for the car park. That's the way it is done. And so if you're saying that you did that for the purpose of those who park their cars for long, then why instruct that every car must first of all enter inside that car park where at least they'll pay 3,000 naira before they pick up anybody? Why do that? And then why do you extend the payment to hourly? Why didn't you just extend it to overnight stay alone? Make no sense for those people who be saying do overnight. So you see, there's a lot to talk about. That one is even good. Toll gates. That's between local wing to international wing toll gate. I started by paying for that toll gate 100 naira. 100 naira. As I speak to you right now, for SUVs is about 1,000 naira. it's just crazy. So it just hurts me when I don't know.
So Precious. So now imagine what will now happen if they don't succeed in implementing the tax. That means things go worse.
So people don't know what they wait for. So, well, I don't know. I don't want to be the one to talk about this.
Precious, Precious. You see the reason why I said last time. Now say, if this government is not wicked, if you guys have a leaders, like I always say, there's no leaders. First of all, a government, what a government does when you come into power, in terms of that healthcare, in a situation whereby you cannot provide free healthcare, you set up an insurance on every citizen. The government has the right to do that. Set up an insurance, and every citizen will have that insurance, so that anytime they know okay, they go for a treatment. First of all, even the hospital in the first place is not even there. Because like first of all, there must be a primary health care which everybody can go for treatment. If there is an emergency, then they can go to the bigger hospitals. So if all those things are in place, then set up an insurance when everybody can get an insurance. Insurance will cover all these things we're talking about. Insurance will cover it. Okay, now look at the airport of it. The airport was, forget say, I think I understand that airport has been renovated or they are working on it or so. Money where they borrow, or maybe money where they borrow, they take go do what they want to do. They want to build the airport. They say make the public make una come they pay now. Maybe they make that they bring all those bogus laws and everything, all those bogus rules where they force on the people. So as you carry car, come park 5 minutes, within 10 minutes, you go pay the 3,000 or more. That is crazy. This okay, the Agberos where they bus stops, where they put for everywhere for bus stops. Not what they do be that. They go, they follow drivers, they drag steries, they do everything. It's the same thing. It's the same because they empower this government, they empower them. Now the same process that they use now to extort money from the citizens. So that is why I said the country has no leader. The country is on autopilot. Until we get a proper leader, get leaders in place that are ready to work for the people, then you're going to be seeing all this. Once the leader don't come in, all this nonsense go stop. They go wipe everything off.
I think you are just spot on. When we get government that for the people, this government not be for the people, not for the rich.
That's it. It's a criminal government.
Now for sale, this is a government that has been for sale from since the beginning of a Fourth Republic. Now money to get to that place.
That's it. You guys, I think you guys even said something here. Not that you just said something. That a government that wants to give an appointment, you will pay for it. I think they kind of talked about this some days ago. They will sell an appointment for you. Will pay for. I think that's a scandal that is on ground now. They ask you to go and bring millions because you want to get a job.
Well,
there's a whole lot of things that is going wrong in that country. A lot.
Precious, while we are still talking about all these problems, we must also talk about one or two good things where they don't do.
Yes,
I hear say cars now, if you import cars come second hand, the duty don't come down. Brand new.
The price of cars never come down. No.
Say what? It never come down. It never come down.
The price of cars never come down for now.
The price of car cannot come down because those will buy from we clear their vehicle with the old rate. They go sell them off now. You don't expect. But from July 1st, if you are bringing in
wait,
cars,
make it come down because I get interest in the car business. So
because
come down.
Because I know much about it as well. That's why I say never come down.
I think the duty is 5% now for fairly used, and then 10% for.
Precious, go and buy no motors and do business with no motors.
So that one is a good thing. We have to clap for them.
For here, no vex.
We'll go clap for them for that one. That one.
No problem. Thank you. Before I end up, people like TF just join us. TF, you came just when we're about doing the grace. So please kindly go ahead and give your shot so that we'll say the grace.
Well, now only one question I want to ask. You say
for me go ask question no.
No, you gonna need to answer them. You say parking is 3,500, right?
Yes, 3,500. I had that video somewhere. That phone is bad, so I cannot.
So if you park overnight, how much it be then?
About 100,000. I know that 2 nights is about 250,000 thereabouts.
Wow.
2 to 3 nights. 2 to 3 nights is about 250,000.
Even I don't think it's even up to like that.
Go to the airport again and snap it and send to me.
Why the flagship? Why they laugh now?
Flashy, I don't think even in New York you pay up to that amount for overnight.
You not be like you not reach like that from my side here.
Where be your side?
No,
I dey come I go find them, make a show now. I dey come, I go find them. You know, that particular one, it paid me well because I mean there was a time I was walking along Airport Road. So I told that road a lot. But apart from that too, in fact, the day it shocked me was when I went to drop, someone at the airport. And innocently, we say, oh, let's escort her, my sister and I, let's escort her, ensure that, she checks in before. Because who send us to escort? Come begin gist for, because by the time we came down, 3,500, less than 1 hour, we were shouting. That's when we saw the new signage of how much they pay now. It's crazy.
but una not fit object.
And guess what? The worst part is that it's concession though, so it's not even government direct that is taking it.
And as somebody in the office, they don't
The
open
flagship,
for
you
that.
you just touch on the real problem. You are asking the middle class where they no fit resist. No, they go adjust. Because now because poor people know they go airport, go park now. Now those way they look for power, they go through airport. They cannot adjust, they will rather adjust than to revolt. Very comfortable.
Wow.
Or they'll pray over it. And they'll call the
The
blame,
flash
they'll blame poor
not tire.
people. They will blame
Not
poor
tire.
people.
That is why.
They're not poor people with
It
the
ain't here
problem.
self. Even Google self get and self. See, 3,500 for saloon cars and 4,000 naira for SUVs for the first 1 hour.
They differentiate cars.
So they will come turn back. They
then
blame poor
overnight
people.
50,000
Poor people
naira,
are
and then I think you
responsible for
pay a
the
certain
problem.
percentage every night. Yes, a subsequent hour 2,500 naira per hour. Subsequent hour. Overnight is 24 hours is 50,000 naira. Then loss for demurrage is 25,000 naira. I mean, there is a lot in that bill. If this is correct, I saw here. So, yes.
The flagship, what you said is spot on because now these people where you say made them revolt to, all they need to do is to channel their small resources and their organizational speed to mobilize the poor. But instead that they turn back, they blame the poor people, then that them be the problem. So there's no problem. May they use their small resources, the small money where they get, and their education where they get, they go organize the people. That's how revolution happen. Poor people no fit carry revolution. There's little that they can achieve because what they think about is how do I feed? That's the first thing first. But we will get small money, go small squad, understand the system. That is where we need to go and lead. When they say there's a leadership failure in Nigeria, that's where the leadership failure is. Not those who are already in power. I don't expect those who bought their way in power to now look, say, oh, let me care for these people. No. I expect those who are looking for power to say, okay, let's go and mobilize these soldiers. We'll be saying, now only go then they hear. And matter how it's going to take or what it's going to take. But that's the only way they can take power, unless they are deceiving us. They cannot take power by just they go from news, television, they just program, and they expect things to change. It's not going to happen. You have to go and recruit more people, new people who never vote before. Go, I mean, just like the Christians. The Christians go fishing once every week, every month. They go to the unbelievers. Muslim to know will come Christian side to say won't go preach to Christian, make Christian repent. No. So we the educated class will go bombard ourselves. Go to the community and convert them. Tell them why it's important for them to take part. It's not going to happen as they go. But we just can't stop. We just keep trying. So you are asking them to revolt. You are asking them to give up their livelihood. They no fit do am. They go pay 10, 20, 20,000 to park their cars.
All right. Okay. So the flagship, please go ahead so that I can shut down. Thank you.
Well, no, I was just going to mention that I think at the time that this, when they announced this fees or airport tax, I will call them, there was also a rumor that came out about diaspora tax. That for every Nigerian in the diaspora that is coming back home, there is a tax you will pay before you go through customs and immigration and come out of the airport. But there was a resistance that was put in, and it seemed like they suspended it because I've not heard about it again. So whether I'm part of that hold back when it make until after 2027, and then we go come see them, say, you travel to Nigeria as a diaspora, you either pay before you leave your country of departure, or you pay when you get to the airport. So I think the burden on tax is too much on the people that they need to push
No,
back
it's
on.
not too much. Oh, did you not hear the finance minister tell us that the problem of Nigeria is not that we're too taxed, it's just that we need to bring more people
They
into the
get big
tax
tax where they won't
bracket.
implement. Now fear then they fear now. Once they
So
come
this
back
one,
next time, they
election
will
will just wait
implement
for.
that.
Once the election finish, on I go here
That-
she give with banza.
That finance minister is one of the most cunning and very I cannot be too harsh on them, but it's a
The flagship,
very,
you need to be harsh. You need to be harsh. No, they
very
don't get anything
deceptive,
yet.
very deceptive human being I've ever seen in my life. That guy. And he speaks so softly and so very innocently, but the guy is like a viper.
Devil incarnate,
I
vagabond.
remember when this tax thing was coming up, the lies he told about every part of it. And then when they rolled it out, it was even worse than the people were complaining about before they implemented it. So if he's saying that they need to bring more people into the tax bracket, the question is, how much are you paying the people
They want to
that
tax
they will
Akara
bring in?
seller, so that's why they
A country
encourage people
that
to
do
sell Akara.
a country
How are they?
that doesn't produce anything.
Why do you
But
think
make a,
they are saying everybody should go and sell Akara? So that they can tax now.
it is so sad that we still did like 100 years behind in our thinking in this modern age where now jet, in fact, the speed past jet speed right now, so they talk so where other countries they work on, and we seem to be comfortable with it. It beat my imagination, and sometimes I dey wonder how the people till they cope, where do they get the money from when they survive on a daily basis, precious, because when you do the math and see how much these guys they collect from the average everyday Nigerian, you it's speechless. You know the question is, how are they even getting this money?
The flagship, the diasporas are the ones sustaining everybody in that Nigerians. Because most
I
of the
know.
household, I won't may I quick tripping something to you now. Imagine some of these people now we go market, go sell one or two things. They go before you know, those people where they harass them go collect 15 naira, 20 naira, everything. At the end of the day, these people have no profit. They no go get profit. They go even run at loss on their capital. Then some of them now will start calling, looking for who go help them with money, who go borrow them, or who go help them, or who go borrow them. Those people are in a deep shit, and all of them go say swallow those things. They go say they're not gonna feel cry out. These now areas where we say they're supposed to continue. I just give you that.
And let me
A
end
lot
with
going on.
let me end with this, precious. I know so I come
Okay,
when
sir.
benediction they go on.
Okay,
You
sir. Go
know,
ahead.
during the civil rights era for when they see they go through all that wahala when they go through Rosa Parks, when they tell her say make she go sit down for back of bus. Now civil disobedience, now she take bring that change that stop
Yes.
that
Yes, sir.
civil disobedience. And even at that, it was not until the African Americans decided not to use the bus system again. They all were walking to their place of work for those who can walk, and those who are not fit trek, stay back at home. The economy, it hit the communities where these buses were being used and what they were generating from them. They saw the effect of that, and they had to quickly revamp the whole thing, and it was part of the reason why they made that change. So my question is, what does civil disobedience look like for the Nigerian people? As in, we not go do them again. We hands down for anything called
You know why you
work,
no go
for
so
example.
you know why we not fit do flagship?
Yeah.
Because three out of every 5 Nigerian is a very, very religious person. And that's where the pastors come in.
you
That's
just
where
you
when
just
they
you
say
just
Adep,
now the thing when they now what do you talk so 9 BDE? That's the answer to the problem
They
because
go even tell you something you forgive. They'll say forgive, forget. You know
yeah.
what?
you
Leave
know
her.
you
Leave
know
her.
the
God
God
go
go do
judge her. Leave her.
God go do
the
Leave her.
Yeah.
Forgive them.
nine,
And then
nine,
they die. They go for silence.
Now the anesthesia when the now churches they give anesthesia to the people when they numb them.
Not be only churches, to be frank. Other religious
And the mosque
organizations
too.
too, they do the same thing.
And all of them together. But this is what I
So
say.
I think that
speak-
Nigerians are deliberately being misled or
yeah.
given high hopes or
but,
whatever it
okay,
is.
here's my proposition to Nigerians. Make una not go church for 1 month.
You don't talk this thing before, remember?
Boy,
They're not going,
that's
you know,
a good
fit.
one.
You know, fit.
No. They go fit
the
They
flagship.
fit oh.
I just they tell
The
you, say you
flagship.
don't propose. You don't propose. I have a video of you. I even made a cut of you saying this before.
And make
You
them
said
not
this
go
before.
church.
I
They
said
are
Nigerians
They're not
don't
go fit do am.
PT. Oh, see why that
The
Oh
man.
my
flagship.
God.
You want make the pastors that come for you? I think you see
they
what
don't
they
go
do that they
preach.
freeze.
In
No,
fact,
may
they
they
will be
come
seen
now.
as the real
May they
devils.
come.
They
May they
cannot.
come.
So you see, that's
They
a
cannot.
major part of our problem right there.
Make them come. Make them come. I propose to every Nigerian when they listen, say, make una take break from church for only 1 month.
Oga, calm down now. I said they no go. Did no need to waste your
Precious, they go
proposal.
feed.
I
Don't
say no need
discourage
to. I am
them.
telling you now.
Not
You know they
discourage
understand.
them, Precious.
Okay,
Not,
go
they're
ahead.
not going to die. You know the
Just
funny thing
go
is,
ahead and waste your proposition.
No,
Just continue.
Precious, if I think get 10% of Christians to stay home, now I'm not saying not
There
pray
is
to
something.
God. Oh.
Let me quickly state something. There's something silently happening with religion in Nigeria. Silently, but it's not that fast. But it's silently happening. A lot of young people, a whole lot of young people, are becoming very, very religiously woke. That most of them, then they go church again. Most of them don't they go church with understanding of what's they happen now. Most. I've spoken to quite a couple of them, and I noticed that 2, 3, 4 of some very staunch worshippers where I get before. Even I beg I need to go church. Even person will be church worker before I get. What's happen? It's only for those people na job men, na businessmen, you know. But it's not that fast because they, especially those ones who be say they illiterate, who believe say the person where they do them for their village, who believe say everything we surround us with this life na spiritual. He had to come out that thing for their body because they will tell you that it is that church or that mosque that they go to that is the reason for their very existence. Before that, it will not happen. Even when you try to let them know that, did you know that no God created religion? Allah did not create a religion. Jesus Christ did not create a religion while he was on earth. Every religion in Nigeria is man-made, but we don't, or not in Nigeria, in the world generally, that's what religion is. They're all man-made, right? But if you try to talk like that, you go conde like saying that you be the real Henrik Ibsen. If you've read that book, An Enemy of the People, you just become the enemy of the people. So it's not something that is going to be quick to happening. That is why these same things now they make and say, once any Nigerian youth or Nigerian person mistakenly go abroad, they had them to ordinarily become normal church worshippers because that's when their eyes will be open to. That's why you have a lot of, most of them become atheists at their first, 2-3 years of relocation. If I'm correct, because that's what most of them, the statistics I have, most people, maybe after a while they go back to church.
They fire them. They come after them.
Why don't we take politics to church?
Precious,
Why
please, let me tell you a quick story in reference to what you just explained here now. There was a guy that came from Nigeria. He came as a doctor. So on that day, we were in a board meeting. We were in a serious board meeting while this thing was going on. You know those kind of play where they play where you go touch woman anyhow. You go say, those kind of stuff. You just they play. You like to touch woman or do something. What they do for Nigeria? Those kind of habit. It isn't a Nigeria idea. So the lady stand on her own. You know those rubber bands where they band money. The next thing, according to the story, he take the rubber band, he use and he just when when you drum, it go fly, it go meet the lady for waist. That's when he just do. It just laugh him up. It isn't a normal thing. Before you know, the lady don't go report to the head of department. For that, he don't go report. He can't do as he say they cry. So before you know, they don't summon meeting now. They don't call meeting now. So there's someone the guy come there. When the guy entered, the guy say na joke. Now there the guy learn lesson say, don't be Nigeria day. From that day, that guy learn in the hard way. He not come be himself again. He not be the guy.
I even know person this story. I know person where be say it happened to where he jokingly spank, touch Anyhow,
Okay.
the bomb of a colleague, a Nigerian colleague for the same company when they work, he ended him in
Okay.
deportation. He
Okay.
landed him in deportation.
The,
That
even the
thing.
way the country they look at, the guy not being
So
himself again. The guy got to. It's sure the period where the guy spent there, he get to relocate.
there's a lot wrong in
He
Nigeria.
get to
I'm sorry to
relocate.
say, there is a lot wrong. You see this one we're talking about. There is no woman, except you're not a woman in Nigeria, that has not been severely sexually harassed. I'm not just saying it's like a play, not just normal or common sexual harassment. You have been so sexually harassed that you would either be deprived of something that you merit or denied of it because of sexual interest. It's a common thing in Nigeria. And you brothers in Nigeria, on the make and so common. If you know Grace, now you be the first woman. It dey like saying a norm for inside Nigeria. I'm not gonna leave this matter. They talk about another thing, Jerry. I'm not gonna allow me go rest. There are things that happen in Nigeria that you'd be imagining if Nigeria is still a country or also those kind of things. Sexual harassment, they can't use and sack person for work. Have you heard of Natasha Kochoda? You know, so those things now, the minutest problem are Nigeria. They got even vex for you. Why you two they do self? Now you two fine pass. Why? Now you be the finest woman. You know, see what thing they hold the ministers they use Natasha Mata to turn her to comedy. Meanwhile, that's something where be say, you know, people carry ear here for the country zone at the inside. Where please, our development never reached that side. With all due respect, gonna please forgive
No,
us.
you do not because of what you talk. That make me trip that one in as an example. Say we need to because a lot of things needs to be done. You understand? That's why I just trip that one in as well. I just
No
put
problem.
that one as an example for you.
Precious, I won't end my campaign with this one. If I succeed in this, I would have done Nigeria people a great deal, most especially the religious one in the South where I come from. If we now stop going to church and invest that time into thinking of how, even if not the akara on one fry, or the what do they call them, corn, and the kuli now won't make. Spend that time when you're supposed to go spend for church shows. Spend them on how to design and make your kuli look very appreciable where people go wrong, come by.
Then where is the grace of God that will help them market it?
Hold on now, hold on now.
They should spend that time and leave the grace of God.
What if we do it the other way around? Take politics to church. Maybe make them they talk about politics 1 hour every Sunday.
That is the only way out. But I can assure you that most pastors are thoroughly in control of what they feed their audience.
Yes, that's why I say they say if you
it's
don't
like
want
a
church,
deliberate. You see that in what they make where we say if you never notice how churches they operate, they're like saying a deliberate psyching. You get the mood where church go day before they tell you if you want to give your life to Christ, come out. You get the mood where you go day. Person will preach, not be person where be say go tell you say it is time to sow. Person will go tell you to come sow another pastor. That one will come frame your mind, frame and tell you in a way where be say go feel guilty if you not come out. You don't know. You know this is
now better system.
When I don't turn church now to head we no mess. We carry knock.
Daddy Freeze talk. He talk about their tithes. He go touch tithes. When he go say me they know they pay tithe. God not say me they pay. What happen? I think you see the old churches. They come for that guy. That guy never recover for that.
Let's take politics inside church. Maybe it go work.
Never recover.
But no, make I tell you now.
But can I blow your mind? Can I blow your mind? Majority of the politics they play for Nigeria. If churches and mosque, Islam and Muslim and Christians feel handle strong for politics, I can assure you won't be voting in rubbish in this country. Are you not seeing the example of what people are attacking Adeboye for today? The way Adeboye acted with Jonathan, waiting time in hand and leg, we don't act like that today. Do you understand? So politics now core of waiting they happen for our churches. I'm sorry to say. I think I have somebody at the backyard. Let me just bring him in to say his goodbyes. Godson, welcome very quickly. I think if you have something to say, just jumping in the conversation quickly. Let's close up. It's gone past my bedtime. I need to retire.
But you know we come now. You know we come me, Precious.
You won't kill me. I'm not feeling well.
I know say you they try. I know say you they try. You're trying.
No. In fact, today I almost wanted to say that. I even wanted to say that I will not even come on.
The president worked 24 hours. Why are you complaining? You are too young to be tired.
Who tell you say the president they work? The president does nothing. It's not
Don't
even a
calm
real
down.
when
No,
they
no,
put
no,
it
no, no,
enter
no.
inside.
Don't be my
Will you
mouthpiece.
stop that?
Don't be my mouthpiece. Don't be my mouthpiece. I know when not be say you affect me for mouth. My mouth and my natural resources. I still get them. I go answer you. Okweolo, wait till you talk again. Now let me tell you something. I did shows on this platform. In case you don't know, and this is something I don't like to talk about. From at the com, sir. No, sir. Please, Godson, hold on a second. From the 1st of March last year, go and watch. From the 1st of March last year till about the 12th of March this year, I didn't lose one day without showing up. Every single day I showed up, including the days I had major procedure. You people did not know. I had procedures and I came on air that day, even when I had procedures that same day. I had health challenges. I came on air that same day. Every day, even when I did travel at the airport, I make sure say I no full in one day. I made sure I told myself I was going to beat the record of being on air every day for 1 full year, and I did it for 1 year and some days. So if you don't give me credit, I challenge anybody who go vote for president within that age bracket who you mentioned. Make them do it, make them try and make I see. And first of all, you know that, and at that time I was working without any assistant. I only started employing people recently. I was doing almost all the cutting of my videos. Or if you know the kind of background work you need before you come to this job. And I was not just doing that alone. I had my job, my regular job I was doing too, all at the same time. And if you're conversant with remote jobs, you know that they're actually even more demanding than regular office jobs. Because
Tony, I
your
want you to set up a committee.
KPI actually matter. You understand? So if you insult me that insult next time, I go show you say I'm not be lazy woman. Not try that.
You're giving Doki water drink.
Tony, Tony go chair the committee. We are buying governorship form for Precious, River State.
Do you know what it means to get off anesthesia and still come on air to be on air that day and try to be so convincingly so that nobody noticed I went on a procedure that day? And you're coming here to tell me I'm lazy. Let me vote my village juju for you. Take time.
Tony go chair the committee, and we will collect form for you, River State. We need you. We need your energy.
I don't do election. Godson, please go ahead. Don't mind this problem. Make a comment for this platform. Be like in that picture, the distractor. Godson, go ahead.
Please. Good evening, everyone.
You know the bad energy when you follow that picture. Those two pictures where they the bad energy when they follow, man.
Oh, God,
it's not good.
Godson. I say Godson.
Mr. Okwebele, Tinubu, and everywhere where you there, now they carry this picture, the waka. They think they shame me again. I don't know how they
remember our problem. How could they on them?
Because they are problem. They come out from those photos.
Okay, I greet everyone.
You know, for Nigeria, any office where you enter, if you enter any bank, you go see the governor of that state picture and the president picture. Abi, for Nigeria, any institution you go, whether you agree with them or you don't agree with them, or you
this one no verse, this one no be office, this one na platform. So if you give us one of your, see, let me tell you the truth. Give us one of the picture of your best girlfriend or your best daughter or your best son or any best thing you have in life. Give us the picture. Throw away these things here. These things, I don't know what in the degree you sleep.
I'm trying to keep my problem closer. Anyway, they make I know my problem. Make I know why I come up for Nigeria. Now these people make me run come on.
Okay, I don't give you my advice. So before I forget what I had in my mind, this is about Christianity, religion, and all these things. Precious, you have to help us for this job. It's a big deal, and this big deal, if you're one of those that help to liberate people's mind, I'm coming now. I'm coming because this is one of the big, and as we are fighting politicians, as we are talking against politicians, all the evil things they are doing, the pastors are their helper. The pastors, the bishops, whether you call it pope or anything, this is one of the problems we have now at hand. And if this generation cannot find a way to start hitting this matter, where it will reach their eye and their ear and their anything close to them, if you cannot hit it now, I don't know how our children can start, because As I'm talking today, yes, 3 days ago, my wife say she want to start going to church again. I say, if you try it, if you try that, you are going to see my problem. Because I stopped her not to go to church about 2 years now or 3 years, and she's getting like bothered about that. If you want to go back to church, you want to bring problem in this family, so it's better you quit totally, and find better thing for your life and your future and your. So what I'm talking about is the reason why I came in this platform, because I always stay in background and watch and comment and I like what you're doing, offering your platform to people that have conscience to come and speak. But this religion, I regretted why my parents pushed me inside Roman Catholic, and this is where my suffering, my problem started. 30 years and decades and half in the planet Earth, I wasted it. By now, I could have been what I'm supposed to be. But this religion, Roman Catholic, draw me back, which for me to reset my brain now is a big problem to me, because resetting the brain from this religion of a thing our parents push us into, which they don't know. And if you tell them they don't know, they will argue with you. It will be difficult for them to believe you. But when you go close and start,
sorry, my brother, no vex. So we should close all the missionary hospitals, schools, and all the interventions. They should just stop
let me
it.
let me answer you very quick. Let me answer you very
Yes.
quick. About 1 month now. Tomorrow make it 1 month. I came back from Nigeria, and let me say this: the argument I have with 4 Reverend Fathers and the one.
No. The question why they ask you. Wait. I ask you a question. Yes or no?
The question
Let them close their hospitals, close their schools.
If you listen now, you hear my question. You hear the answer from me. I want to answer you the question with a little.
Time no day. Just tell me yes or no.
Godson, I not come to waste time. My show don't the end though. I say make I just tell you make talk small. You don't come begin to carry us go where we no know.
Look at how I answer the question. Because in my own community today, in my own village, in my own town, there is no single technical school.
That is not what I'm asking you.
Fathers I told you.
No. That's not what I'm asking you.
Listen now.
Let the churches close. Wait, my brother. Time no day.
Listen now.
Let the churches close.
Because this
let the churches close.
Because you are among of this religion. Because you are among of this religion, you don't want me to hit the nail on the
yes or no? No time.
Can you just let?
We are not.
Okay, so go ahead.
Because what I'm telling you,
and speak on and answer the question too.
So let me summarize. Let me summarize and answer the question. Because of there is no technical school in my place, and the mission school have the money to function technical school in all these parishes. They are having mission school you are talking about, and what they are telling me, we should go to abroad and mobilize money to give them. But all the research we did. Now, as I'm talking to you, almost 20-something million naira coming out in these schools every time. Father, can you tell us how you make use of this money? Because we, the parents, I paid school fees for 3 people in my own parish where they are going this mission school. I sponsor them. I take care of these children. Can you tell us how you are spending this 27 million coming in your purse every time?
If with all of this explanation you're making, you've not answered the question. Is your answer that all the missionary schools should close, whether they're spending money or they're doing free? Let them just close down. They are irrelevant. Is that what you're saying? Based on the question,
why would they close down?
In the same suggestion, they are not closing closing it down, but they are going to turn it a school, not a mission school anymore, a community school, so that the community will take care of it. The community will take care of the school. Because the community are the ones sponsoring the school. The community are the ones paying for the school fees on all these children.
And the hospitals and the healthcare, they should close it down.
Exactly.
Yes. Hold on. One quick second. 1 quick second, sir, please. TY, maybe I could take you up on this for 5 minutes if Precious will. You ask if the schools should be closed down and the hospitals. The answer is no. It is not the church that is funding the schools and the hospitals.
The church is funding the school. There are
hold on, sir. Hold on now. How many mission schools now your church they fund for America here?
Okay, I'll give you an example. Every Saturday, my church feeds the community. Every Saturday.
Okay, no, that's benevolence.
Hold on, I will answer you the question. I will answer you the question. We have mission schools.
Answer the question.
I'm in school now.
You told me to answer the question.
I'm in school. I answer you now. I am using my church to tell you. You say, how many mission school my church? I'm answering you. I say my church feeds people in community every Saturday. You can go and verify. Would they give them book bags?
My church,
they feed people on Saturday. We should now overlook their SSCs.
That is not the responsibility of the church. The responsibility of the government.
Can we speak one at a time, please? Can we speak one at a time? So
blame your government. Blame your government. A lot of us went to mission schools. A lot of us before
we are telling
about 40 years ago.
Missionary schools.
About 40 years ago, the best schools in Nigeria were mission schools, and mission schools, whether it's Islam,
can I say something? Can I say something?
This is the country they produce.
Can I say something?
It's not true.
I'm sorry. I'm coming, please. Let me say something. Can we speak, please? Let me say something. In fairness to missionary schools, I attended ACMGSLN in Port Harcourt. It's actually King Crowther Memorial Girls School. That is the full name in Port Harcourt. That's where it was. I was the set just before the government took over the school. You know, there were times that government took over those schools, you understand? And I can assure you that sets ahead of us enjoyed best education, better environment while it was under the church than we that attended it while it was under the government enjoyed.
So why are we not complaining that the churches are indoctrinating our
people? From what people said in it. If you also remember, that's one of the.
Why are we not complaining?
No, please, wait, let me land, please. That's one of the reasons why, after a while, there was a clamor to return missionary schools back to the missionaries, because they realized that even though government took over those schools, they were not managing it as good as the missionaries.
They were run down.
There was more discipline, there was better attention to educational quality and all of that when the missionaries were handling it. This is what I know from experience, because
we are being indoctrinated by religion.
You say what?
Why are we complaining now that we are being indoctrinated by religion? That we are being indoctrinated by religion. That we are being indoctrinated by religion.
I am not complaining that way. I said
there is a difference between religion.
No, it's the same.
Please calm down. Oh, Pablo, let's talk one at a time now. Let's stop this crowdiness. We're not markets. We're not in the marketplace here. Please, you ask the question, and please, if you do this, then you allow someone to answer. Right? Me, I am not championing that people are. I'm not championing the intolerance of religion. No, I am rather asking that people should first of all see their religion with their own mind and eyes, more than the way their men of God tell them about religion. The way Nigerians go about religion in Nigeria is based on what any man of God tells them religion is. To the extent that
you know why it's not
coming. No, don't sorry. Let me land, because you asked the question, please. So I'll land. So to the extent that a Christian in Nigeria will not just tell you that my Bible says this and that and that, or from my understanding of the Bible is this. They'll tell you, Papa said this. And that's it. So it's mostly, so most of the men of God act like they work on the psyche of their flock. So it is their body language and what they say that their flock and their people follow. You go listen. You're not listening. You're just overwhelmed with the question you want to ask me. So you listen to me first so that you can understand to ask the question you want to. I know you have a follow-up question. I know you have a question in your mind. So the problem, it's the difference between Nigerian Christians and the Christians in the country that you are, is that the Christians in the country that you are see the Bible for what the Bible tells them it is, because they read the Bible themselves with their own understanding.
Precious, can I say something?
understanding. But
Just
our
one
own
thing.
Christians, most of them are rather understand Bible more based on what our men of God tell us. You know why? Because we get this natural respect system for Nigeria. As long as the person is a person of authority, whether not from church or from the society, we give that person a lot of respect. And that respect will give that person, they make us they blinded to anything where the person do wrong.
No, well,
There's
I
a
agree
difference between
to an
religiosity
Tony,
and
Tony, look at it
Christianity.
this way.
They are
Tony,
not the same thing.
but
Because
look at
people
it
who
like
are
this.
just being religious, but they are not.
Let me push
They are not
back.
Christian.
Let me push back
So-
on Precious. Precious. You know why? Part of the reason why everybody they listen to pastor is the so-called side attraction. It's called soft power. When I say Christianity, you church school for me where I go, and they come for when they bomb me now for Christian hospital. It will take the grace of God for you to turn my focus away from that kind of institution. They all work together. It's called soft power, right? So I bought them bomb me for Christian hospital. I started school for Catholic school. They for Catholic school. There's no way it will take you. You are different because you said it yourself. I get this from you that you started reading at a very young age, right? Due to the kind of family, the parents you have. So you read wide, you see more. So your way of rationalizing things in Nigeria.
If you're talking about me, my reading does not have anything to do with my understanding of the Bible.
This is what I'm saying. You are more. You are
because even as I am,
more
as I am right
because
now,
of that.
as old as I am right now, I have problem with my mother and church. Now me be the old. Now me they pay my bills. Now me they live with my mama. But my mother would think that the devil is using me for not going to church because she still believes what she believes. She's an African parent. She'll believe what she believes.
I agree.
Okay.
They are product of their time.
Precious, let me give you one
something
cue.
about the young people so they know they listen.
Ovie, just a quick one. Ovie, just a quick
let's
one.
talk one at a time now. We can't all be talking at the same time, please. Please.
Ovie,
You use
right.
current
Just a quick
generation
one,
as an
Ovie.
example that they don't listen. They are turning away from Christianity gradually. And if you look, a lot of them too, they don't have that upbringing in terms of growing up in the church environment. Everything is diluted. So that is what you are seeing. And it is going to continue happening. So our parents, that is the only option they have. So if we are complaining of how the Christian or Muslim religion has overshadowed our system, then we should be able to stand and say, come on, all this Christian school. Now, the school that way you go, if Christianity no bring them come, would there not be school? We no go school again? Yeah, we can debate the quality of the education we will have, but we will still be better off if all of us they think indigenously without passing through the eyes and needles of religion first. Because that's what education in that environment.
Thank you. You're done right.
Okay, can I chip in something, please?
Hello, please wait. Let me quickly respond to him. So I don't know if you're aware. In Port Harcourt, River State, where I schooled, most of our public schools were not owned by the government. They were owned by missionaries. And I could name a couple of them. Most of them are missionary owned. The ACMJs attended Holy Rosary Secondary
Stella
School.
Maris.
Most of them, Stella Maris, most of them are what do you call it?
Because they are instruments of colonization.
It doesn't matter whether we're talking about missionary. So the government, so you say if you know this school, government will be where the ones that they don't build. What's the standard of the one where they build? Not be the same government. We'll go send their own children abroad. If they talk about like say you go feel what people accountable. Even the same thing you talk about. I'm coming, please. You handed over the same missionary schools. Your government took over the missionary schools and they did not leave them in the same standard.
They destroyed everything.
That the missionaries even left them. What are you talking about? Telling me
No,
government?
I agree with you. I agree with you. But
there's an experiment. There's an experiment that will be performed when the standard of education in Anambra was bad. One of the things he did was to return schools back to the missionary schools, and he was funding them. And the standard rose from 36 to first. It's an experiment.
I wonder why they are against him becoming a president.
So we know it. You can, yes, there are bad pastors, yes, there are, but and again, there's a mixture. People mix religiosity because with Christianity. There are two different things. The point is that we are dealing with a society that is perverse. We're dealing with a culture that has totally broken down. We're now trying to transfer the problem of the home of the government down to the church.
No, sir.
The church is not the responsibility of the church to provide schools for you. If they do it, it's just because
why they keep investing in it?
The government has failed to maintain schools. The government has failed to do its responsibility. We must hold the government responsible first.
So, T.Y. Danjuma, please, just a quick one. The flashy, please. You see, the problem for me, I would say it has to do with the Nigerians, we ourselves, because most of the Nigerians, they do not read. It's like you are being given a document to sign. You just sign that document without you reading it to understand what the document is saying. You see, like my personal, because I totally I agree with the answers Precious gave to Ovie. Yeah, I totally agree to all those analyses, which is 100% correct. But on our own self as a Nigerian, most of the Nigerians back home, which you have, like our forefathers and all of them, these people do not read. Just like what we have, they don't read. So that is the problem. It's like you just say, okay, pastors just preach, because most of them follow daddy. You see, some of them even respect the pastors more than the husbands that put them in the house. They will prefer to go and answer the pastor than the man they married, the man that married them, that put them there. So you see, that's a big problem, because it's like they have something they use. It looks as if there's something they use in controlling these people to the extent that these people do not know what they're doing. So those are the areas. That's why I keep saying education. The Nigerian people, they need to be educated. Education, so that they're able to read, understand what they read, understand what they've read, and implement it. And when this starts happening, things will change for the better. So you guys can continue.
All right. So let me say,
Precious, can you give me a few minutes? Let me respond
just hang
for
in there,
something.
Godson,
Can
please.
I?
You get your 2 minutes. See, you guys, if they pursue me for house, I go.
Precious, no vex.
I actually didn't want to open phone lines today. I just wanted to give quick update and go.
Don't worry, everything will be better.
If my mama
Okay?
pursue me for house,
Don't worry, we go talk to mama. We go talk to mama. Nothing will do you. We go talk to mama. Don't worry.
I beg TF, just take your 2 minutes and then Godson your 2 minutes and I leave, please.
Okay, thank you, Precious. Now, hot topic be this, so it go create a lot of sparks. Now, I agree with Ovie. Christianity was a tool for colonization, and they used it very well. I was privileged in 1990 to be with an old man who was 103 as of that time. And every evening, I know I used to go visit my grandmother, and every evening I would sit down and talk with him. You know, 3 things he told me of how they got to the riverine areas, how religion came. And part of what he told me was history that his father told him and what he saw in his eye, with his own eyes. He was born in the 1800s. He said that when they came the first time, they were marveled to see how organized we were. We had a government, we had a system, we had everything going. But when they found something they needed, they studied us for a minute. They went back and came with 2 things. I'm talking of this region now in the Niger Delta where they came to. They brought 2 things, concave mirrors and gunpowders, because they saw how we hunted with spear, bow and arrow. They gave us gunpowders where we can just stand and shoot and the animal drops. They started their fires with stick and gravel. They brought concave mirror, and it was like magic to our people. And from there, the rest was history. When they came back again the second time, they came as missionaries. They built churches and they created schools. Because they lived with us for so long, they had to make it to standard for their own children who were being born at the time they were there. And of course, our children joined with them to go to school. The third time they came as soldiers and armies, and the rest is history. Church was used as a tool for colonization, and they worked the mind of the people. That's one thing that religion does. It's meant to subject you, put your thinking faculty outside the door. When you come in here, take everything we tell you. That's why, Precious, you say that You hear many Nigerian Christians say what my daddy says and not what the Bible says. It's indoctrination, where they can tell you to do what? It's like you are hypnotized if you put your senses aside when you meet with them. The point I'm making is this. It's not that the schools they brought should be closed or the healthcare centers and medicines they brought should be closed. Know that the first reason why they brought it is not because of you or your people. It's because of them and their families that they either brought or that they raised while they were there. We ended up being beneficiaries. All right. The reason why I asked TY when I said that the church should not be closed or schools, it's not because they are not doing us well. It's not because when they were handling it, they were not managing it well. They need to stay funded. And the government funds these things for them. They take the money from here and send it to their people who are in our countries. The church I used to attend put money together and send abroad as well to their people who they call missionaries back home. So if you're talking about the church in Nigeria funding your hospitals, your health centers, and your schools, they are not. I don't Dēæd church when I near the top small and I saw some things. When they go collect money for missions, 10% not they go to the missions. 10% of your collection does not go to the missions that they collected that money for. That's why I say that it's indoctrination. Lastly, and I'm going to end up with this. If you look in the scriptures, in the book of John 21, I believe, 15, maybe 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there, 17, 18, 17 to 21, somewhere around there. Jesus get one gist with Peter, who was his closest pal at the time. Verse 15, he asked him, he called him Peter. Peter answered him, yes, Jesus. He said, you love me? Peter said, yes, of course. He said, feed my sheep, take care of them. Verse 16, Peter again. Peter said, how far now, Jesus? You don't call me now the second time be this. What did happen? He said, you love me? Peter said, if I don't love you, now leave my work when I do, they follow you, they walk around town like who don't know anything, or who not get aim for life. Jesus said, feed my sheep, take care of them. Verse 17, he called him again, and the Bible itself said, Peter, provoke. Why you call me like this now? What happened, Jesus? What would be the reason for this?
The flagship, you don't take 5 minutes, so for inside 2 minutes.
I know. At the end with this. Okay. But he said, feed my sheep, take care of them. Today, now the sheep them, now they take care of the Peters. That's why I stand on the ground that let the members stay away from the church and let their leaders begin to talk about how to raise and take care of them, their welfare. That is the reason why you have churches in every community, is to take care of the people, not the people taking care of them. I end with that.
All right, Godson, let me let you have your say quickly.
Okay, our brother, it's okay. Our brother spoke last.
Please make it 2 minutes. I beg you now. Please try and make it short.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Based on your analysis in this Christianity, and let me tell all of us here, whether we agree or we not agree, it have already affected our brain, which we are going to continue doing the argument. One, Christianity make us weak. All of us should bear it in mind that Christianity make us to be weak as a human.
That is not true. No, that is your personal.
Sorry, I'm coming now. I'm coming.
Calm down, sir. You
know. So maybe when I finish, you will not understand why I'm saying.
Calm down, sir. Why you have rights to your personal conviction and belief? Please don't make your personal conviction and belief a fact that is not scientifically proven. Please, I beg you. And what it means is that you've become a religious hater, and you cannot propagate your religious hatred onto others. Please, I beg you, sir, so that it doesn't look like we're fighting a warfare that is whatever it is. So just go ahead and say you
thank
believe
you,
saying
Penny.
Christianity make people weak or make you weak, but not be say now everybody know. There are people that religion has uplifted in this life. If I tell you some people that religion has been the benchmark of their personal growth, you will not believe it. But it's just that you know go fit equate them to the ones who be say perhaps you know also uplift. So please let's don't do that.
Precious,
Let's
I
not
agree
come
with
and demonize
you.
religion. Religion is not a problem, but the problem we have is our mindset towards religion. So please let's not demonize people's religion. That's a very unfair thing to do. I'm sorry, but just go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Because my understanding may not people may not agree, or few people may not agree. My understand, but before I talk, I do a lot of research. I interrogate people. I talk to people. As I'm talking to you today, I lead many organizations in Roman Catholic. About 7 organizations. I was the head, from Broke Rosary to Catholic Mansaba to Catholic Youth to what do you call it? Man No War in Roman Catholic and all the rest.
How did that destroy your life? How did Roman Catholic be the one now that you blame for your downfall in life?
Now, as I'm talking to you today, if possible, the research I'm doing, I can demand to pay me back. I will do it because
they will give it to you. They will give it to you. The church will not fall.
Please, I beg you.
That's why the church
Can
doesn't need people like you.
you
The church doesn't need people like you. They will send you out.
Can you allow
Take
me?
your money and go.
Please, can you allow me?
Do you know why
Please,
you
can
give
you
money?
allow me?
You
Please, can you allow me
to speak, please?
Please, can you allow me? Let me make use of my 2 minutes.
Take your money and
Please,
go.
thank you. Please, let me make use of my 2 minutes. So, because what I'm talking about is where I'm living today in this country. I came here. I served mass as a massaba for complete 4 years. I ate, I drank in the dining with the bishop who is taking care of the parish, all the parishes here. But that is a question I asked that started booming. Like, who is this black man in the church? Okay, maybe I will be coming in this platform always for you people to understand where I'm coming from and where I'm going. Now, let me tell all of us, the Muslims who is living in this country, the Arabs, let me call it the Arabs, you cannot do anything. It will just go like that. If they demand something here, they will get it. If they didn't get it, there will be a way to compensate them, because you have to fight and get what you want. But the Christianity did not build our mind to get what we want when we demand it. Rather, we be begging. I done my research very deep. Now, let me tell all of us, from the beginning, the white man came to do what they did. As our brother educate us here a little. Now, let me say this. You see this education they gave to us.
But you have been
go
straight to the point and tell us where you're headed. Your 2 hours is since 2 minutes is
I'm just making this point so that
convincing.
I'm just making this point.
So with your argument blank.
When we go and do a little research, we now find out that the education that we are getting from the what do you call it, the mission school is not us. It's not our education. Which we're supposed to go on, move on, and they have it as our own, as the Chinas are doing today, as the Indians are doing today. Because the education we get have taken us back, and is still taking us back. This religion and this Christianity, how they're using it to divide us. What is happening in South Africa today is the same religion, is the same white people, same thing they are doing to black people, so that we will not gather our brain together to make use of it for the good for the blacks, not for the white. So I'm not going to say much today because this issue of religion, this issue of Christianity, what it done to us, I don't know how I don't know the grammar I'm going to use so that it will not be embarrassing to all of us. But Precious, I will beg you of something. I will beg you of something. Let me end with this. Please, the way you defend this religion, if possible, I will invite you in this country. I will invite you for you to come and stay here almost 3 months. You will find out something that there is a lot of deceivers who is in this.
Particular are you? Let me know if I spent three months in your country before. What country are you in?
I live in them. I live in 2 countries. I live in Italy. I live in Denmark because I work with these 2 countries always. So what I'm saying is I have their papers. So what I'm saying, please, I will not like you to continue defending this religion because
you cannot tell me. Unfortunately, you're talking to a very stubborn human being, so you cannot know. I like the fact that you
beg you. What I did, I put
your statements. You don't do. You won't beg me to make
Thank you so much.
religion. So no, not beg me. That begging, don't even start the begging. Not bother begging. It will work. Now, let me explain something I understand from all the things you have said. Right. First of all, again, I repeat. Religion, including the people we bring, and not be your problem. Now the way on our way they follow the religion, use the follow and I be a problem. And I see you trying to make a case for the Muslims and the Christians, especially in comparison with the country where you are. Do you know that even in our country, Nigeria, there is a huge apathy between different kinds of Muslims in Nigeria? Let's not even talk about that. Just Yoruba Muslims and Hausa Muslims. In fact, not even Hausa. Any Muslim that is not even Fulani, they need to see you as Muslim enough. Well, you know, here just last week Tuesday, you can go and look for that show where an expert in our a security expert was telling me how during Ramadan a Yoruba guy came to order mishai from an Hausa man that is doing mishai, and the Yoruba and the Hausa guy was insulting him in Hausa language, calling him a lesser Muslim because he speaks Hausa and he grew up in Hausa. It was when the Yoruba guy had left. Sorry, who was Udano? See, please help us mute yourself if you're not speaking. It was when the Yoruba guy had left that he now told the Yoruba guy, but why did he talk to the guy like that now? So I want you to know that the whole thing you're talking about, it's not only in Christianity. It exists in different places. I do agree with you. There's a lot of politics in religion, but not only in Christian religion. Sir, don't make it a Christian religion problem. There is a lot of politics in religion, even in Buddhism. There's a lot of politics in religion. I mean, we can go straight, and this is not a Roman Catholic issue. In fact, I'm sorry, it's even worse with Pentecostals. If you know the politics, waiting for Pentecostal church, you know, go talk this in way they talk. So I am not here to water or to tell Christians that, oh, your Christianity.
I'm not only capitalizing in Christianity, I said religion. Religion includes all of these things.
You gave me an example of Muslims, how they fight for their rights, and Christians and all that. That's why I had to also give you that example. That so you understand that this is not just about Christians. It's a religious problem generally. Again, speaking about the kind and the brand of religion that you understand. See, person open your eye to a business. And the person give you the manual of the business. Your ability to make further research, to look for pathways to run that business to better your life, no matter. Not be the person will give you pathway. Waiting stop Nigerian clerics, pastors, reverends, bishop from copying the same brand of religion way than they do for that they abroad. From copying, from doing religion in a way where it be say it will uplift and improve their people. One man in the name of religion, Mike Arnold, is able till today spend his hard-earned money to has over 3-4 schools that he pays the teachers, and the children go to free school free of charge in Nigeria. Children that are displaced, free of charge in Nigeria. He's doing that because he wants to become Christ-like. He feels that, oh, these children are disenfranchised, they run away from their communities, they don't have schools to attend, and if we don't occupy their mind with the right information, they may end up like the people who killed their parents. He's training our children for free. My Arnold will tell you he's not a rich man. I don't know him from anywhere. I just bumped in on him like every other person, bumped in on him like every other person on social media. But I was able to also do further research about the things he's doing in Nigeria. Oyibo man, they do it for Nigeria in the name of religion. And you want to tell me that religion is bad for what he's doing. Now, if he's not schooling those children, tell me what will become of those children. Just like what has become of their likes that have not been going to school, that have now taken to arms and other things. So you cannot come here and condemn in its entirety religion. No, it's not a problem. It is the mindset of most of our religious leaders, because they allow politics to get the focus of their attention. And all of this is because of personal greed. Let's call it what it is. It is greed. It is driven by greed.
But that's what we're saying now.
If not be greed, tell me why one pastor will get more than 2 private jets, for crying out loud. What are you doing with it? If it is not greed, tell me why you call yourself a church and you call church a charity organization, but it's only your children who can succeed you. Tell me that. It is greed. Okay. And if you have people to blame, that is why before every man of God, there is a man before the God. You see, that's human nature. It precedes that is what is taking over what they're doing. But you cannot blame that on the entire religion. That's what you're doing. And I said no to that. Till tomorrow, I'll still go to church. Even if it's been long, I went to church. And if I go to church, if you announce offering, I give offering when I want to give offering. I give tithes when I want to give tithes. And I know how I give my benevolences. If you know the number of people I help on daily basis, I think I've said this here over and over again. Till now, if I get school fees where I need to pay, where I never still pay complete, where the children not be my own. Aside the ones that I don't take up, I see they get people where they ask me for help. I was telling somebody today, husband and wife, they together, they beg me like this. Well, I don't know whether I get husband or I get wife. I get children for house rents, for school fees. I'm like, how you two of you are together? Why people doing this to me? But I had to help because I know that the country is hard. I don't know if you understand me. Things are hard for a lot of people. And I try to help the little way I can. And when Christ says, as much as you do not do this to some of your brethren on earth, you haven't done this to me. That's what me I emulate. I would rather pay that tithe in the good deeds I do to human beings on earth than say I carry it and give in bulk to church. That does not mean that if I have a reason to give to church, that does not mean that if I have a reason to give to church, I will not give. If I am led to give to church for any reason. But it will not stop me from, first of all, focusing on those that I know that are really in need. So please, the idea of, blanket statement of acting like religion is a problem. It's not the problem. It's the mindset of people who introduce religion to you or the people who are heading religion in your country. They should be the ones you should hold accountable.
That's why we're saying stop going there. We're not saying that religion is the problem.
If you want to say
make
something,
them stop to go there.
Make I take 1 minute.
No, you will not take 1 minute again. I'm done. I'm tired. I want to go. I'm tired.
No, Precious, go. I don't. This discussion is becoming toxic.
See what you they invest. You don't need to invest now. You're more than that.
Man, take it. Make I take it 1 minute, Precious. Man, take it 1 minute.
30 seconds. Hurry up with it. I'm telling you.
How can someone say all the money when you put for church, they won't go take them back because it belongs to all societies and so on? What kind of thing is that? You want to take your money back, you take your money back. Church will not fall.
Money when one man contribute for church, we're gonna make the church fall if you take your money back. It stops your money cannot stop a church from functioning. That's true. Because if you know the millions they come into churches, you know say your money are just a drop in the ocean.
Catholic Church are one of the
richest church for the world. They talk, they won't take your
So let me finish like this, Precious. I would say the early 1900s, the British came in the name of civilization. One of their major tools, like Christianity. The America came in the 60s in the name of democracy. They reinforced that church doctrine because it worked perfectly well for the British, but they garnish it too with NGOs. The Chinese are here in the name of development. They are building roads and seaports. What is it going to involve?
They are not building roads and seaports. They are mining from you people. They are taking more of your money than they're actually building for you. They themselves, they not be religion, not be Buddhist then be. So which religion?
No, they came in the name
is there any religion for this country or for the world where no get people where they corrupt? Is there any religion for this world where no get bad people? So that's why when you're acting like religion is a problem, including among atheists, those of you who don't believe in God. You still get those of us who don't believe in God, where they're very corrupt, so they do bad things. So that is to tell you that our problem is not religion. Our problem is the mindset of those who approach those. In fact, now human being be a problem. If the idea is be like Christ was, tell me how many of your pastors will act like Christ. Will Christ come tomorrow and say, I don't, for those of you who support, who say you're blaming Tinubu for the problem, I don't blame Tinubu, but I could blame Jonathan. Would Christ have done that? Oh, please open your eyes.
Hey guys, go find this book, The Bad Pope by E.R. Chamberlain. Read it. You get some more insight.
I appreciate you guys. You guys have made this a religious conversation. It wasn't part of this. It wasn't in the menu this evening. I don't know what's gonna go. Wait till enter now. Flagship.
Now,
Flagship, I hold you responsible. Now you start out.
Yeah, hold me responsible because Precious,
with
I
the
agree.
family
Hold on, my guy. We are trying to liberate the minds of the people, and religion is one thing that has held them down. Believe it or not.
You see again, and I tell you that people are held down because they want to be held down, because they don't read to understand with their own head. Me, Precious, ain't here why they. I never see that way pastor go preach to me, we go move me from doing what I be no one do before. Because first of all, I go get personal conviction from that book where you read, where you tell me you don't understand. So the problem we have is that the problem we have that you already know it. Africans don't like reading, and not just reading with understanding. A problem for us.
But how do you think that the comment when you make not long ago, where you said people come out and do not say the Bible says, but they say my man of God says.
Yes,
how do you think they got there? How do you think they say and make those kind? And it's true. You're right. That's what is going on. The reason is simply because the preacher tells them, listen and do what I tell you. Listen to and do what I tell you. They even discourage them from reading. How many times you don't see say that
man of God will tell you say, man of God will tell you say you're cursed if you don't pay tithes. Man of God will tell you
I'm telling you now.
Flagship, if you read the Bible, you will see that the Bible tells you clearly that you should test everything that you hear. Scripture by is there.
I agree with you, T.Y. I agree. But take that scripture.
So if you don't read it,
go meet your pastor. Go meet your pastor and tell him.
Wait now. If you don't read it, don't blame the pastor, because all the information you need is there.
Pastor, my brother, I agree with you. It's there. The scripture is there. But go to tell your pastor that, pastor, this prophecy when you can't give me so, I won't test the spirit when he carry you come my house, come tell me this thing today, and see the kind of response you get from him.
Listen,
you are taught not to question them.
Let me tell you something.
That's what they teach them.
Let me say something to you. I attend, when I came in here, we're looking for a church where we would attend. I attended the church, and he's a Nigerian pastor. First of all, he describes himself as an evangelist. An evangelist cannot be a pastor. So I knew quite well that he doesn't understand what he's talking about. It's an office. The office of an evangelist, office of a pastor, there too. You cannot be an evangelist and a pastor. Every human being, every Christian, is commissioned to go and preach. But in terms of office, you cannot be an evangelist. Umar Pai was an evangelist. He never called himself a pastor. He was planting churches. May his soul rest in peace. Now, that is the first thing when I saw it. But I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. So one day he was teaching, and he was talking about tithing. And it's just like what Pastor Adeboye said, that if you don't pay your tithe, you go to hell. I told my wife is here. I told my wife and my children, this is the last time we're going to attend this church. And that was the last time. Because I have the information. People don't read. That's your problem.
You're right. And you did it. That's you. But think of the millions that are still there that don't read like you. That even if you go tell them today that, hey, my brother, my sister, did you cross-check with the Bible what your preacher is saying? They look like zombies. They don't know. And it's encouraged. How many churches today they do question and answer? Pastor, you said XYZ last week. I went back home and I read the Bible. That's not what it means. How many encourage that? If you go there, they will tell you, how dare you challenge God's anointing in me?
Some of the pastors, they go drive you come over church. When you go there, go challenge.
I have seen these things, my brother. I don't see them. I enter church well. I have seen these things.
When you go challenge them.
You're not encouraged. You are not encouraged to question your pastor. You are not encouraged to do anything other than what he says, because guess what? Where he will hinge it on. The Spirit of God told me so. Who be you when won't challenge what the Spirit of God talk? When they don't tell you finish, say whatever the Spirit of God says, no man can question. That's why they can tell a woman can give his husband bonga fish for soup when they give her food for house, but she go carry money, buy full cow, go give pastor for house. It's this indoctrination thing.
Now, wait to make the husband vex, say they must bring the car come your house, and go
Exactly. Precious, good night, I beg.
Good night, and God bless you. Good night, everyone. I have to run now. Love you guys and appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please remember to protect your mental health. So thank you so much for everyone who's been part of
Heaven
this
is the
show.
goal.
Please,
Heaven is the goal.
please protect it. We'll go first to enjoy the heaven from earth here before we reach the heaven. So I love you guys and I appreciate you. T.Y. Danjuma, MC, thank you so much. Good night and God bless you, sirs. Thank you so much. All right, to every other person watching us, it's always a delight to be with you guys and bring you guys issues. I almost did not make it on the show today, but it ended up becoming an interesting conversation. Let's do this again tomorrow evening, God willing. Remember to protect your mental health. Wahala too much for Nigeria. I love you guys. Good night. God bless you.